What a finisher he's becoming.
Oladipo. Oh, that's right. You better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down. He goes with it. Adebayo for the win.
Yeah, welcome to the 5 Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up on 5R. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I am joined today by only Gadiel Cartagena. These two teams decided to put out a skeleton crew for the game, so we decided to do the same thing for the post game show. Gad, my man, we're gonna have a personal conversation, a one-on-one, if you will.
Absolutely, I can't wait. I've been waiting for this moment.
Yeah, and the rest of these people are just gonna be the zeros and ones paying attention to it. So the Heat got a 118-92 win over the Chicago Bulls. Both teams missing hella people. They're missing everybody. But we got a big game from Duncan Robinson. As you can see in the title, or as you see in my name, the Duncan is loose.
Loose.
Yes,
great
he was.
game. I could honestly argue this is like the most satisfied I've been watching Duncan Robinson play, maybe his whole career, right? Because I've been the first person to criticize him. I will hold him accountable when he plays poorly, right? I start these stupid ass agendas and whatnot. I asked for him to do a little bit more than shoot threes. What did Duncan do today, Ro? What did he do?
He did a little bit more than shoot threes.
He did a lot of bit more than shoot threes. Oh my gosh! He got fouled today. He had a pull-up mid-range today. He played defense today.
You saw backdoor cuts from Duncan, and it's kind of like what we've been talking about. Whereas when his shot is falling, then the rest of his game looks a lot better. So we want to thank our guy somebody for the $2 don't know. He said Kareem Abdul. You got to put Jadedman, bro. Kareem Abdul-Jadedman now shooting 75% from three. The man is the head honcho of Sniper Gang out here. So I just want to let y'all know it is really only me and Gadiel Cartagena. We don't have a ghost producer. I'm producing.
Royal's on the ones and twos, and Royal's out here doing everything. He's working triple duty. He's like Manny tonight.
Listen, bro.
10 jobs.
The hardest working man in 5 reasons. Call me Caleb Martin. Speaking of which, we got like no. I want to get your entire opinion on the game. Not just focusing on one player. Thank you, Terrell Stokes, for the 199 don't know. Man, that would have been a beautiful tweet if I had seen it anywhere. It's almost like I wrote it myself. Duncan Robinson.
That's who we got tonight.
Yes, indeed. That's who we got tonight. I appreciate the money, Terrell. But yeah, Gad, give me your overall thoughts on the game. What was most impressive about this win tonight?
Can I say everything? Honestly, like this was just a beautiful game through and through. Every single thing that you wanted to see as a Heat fan, like the absolute best case scenario, this honestly checked every single box. Like you could maybe complain about Tyler's his inefficiency, there's some shot selections and whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to harp on that tonight. Okay, he's trying to do a lot because he doesn't have too much help going into the game, but he had help tonight. This team was fan-freaking-tastic. They played great on both ends. The energy was unreal. Kyle Lowry. Let's just talk about Kyle Lowry because we've also been we've said some things about Kyle Lowry and whatnot that over the last few games when we needed Kyle Lowry have absolutely been proved wrong. So, Ro, I guess I'm gonna ask you a question here.
Sure.
Do you think Kyle Lowry has turned the tide? We'll go to Kyle and Duncan. Do you think Kyle and Duncan have turned the tide? This is kind of them learning how to play together, them getting the chemistry that we want to see. Or are you still waiting until they do it with Jimmy and with Bam in order to say, okay, these guys, like, they're where they need to be?
No, I'm there with Kyle. Like, to me, Kyle has turned the corner. I continue to say, like, we need him to be a situational scorer, and the situation without Bam and Jimmy requires for him to do that for us. In terms of what they're going to do when the full complement of players is back, we've seen what Kyle Lowry does, and he enhances what we already have here. Duncan has been playing better as of late, so I want to give him his proper credit. Tonight was an explosion, best game of the season by far, but I want to see it consistently. I want to see him string a couple of these games together. You know what I mean? Like without the little dip. I'm not saying necessarily blow up for 20-plus points a night, but I'm just saying be a little bit more consistent with that shot. He has been as of late. So if that trend starts moving well, then we are going to be a very tough team to beat. So we want to thank Darius Jordan for the $5 don't know. He said changing the practice Giannis Changing the practice Giannis and Kyle Corner clone trade from a bag of chips and lemon lime Gatorade to Giannis himself and some Oreos. Hey,
that is one hell of a comment, Derek.
It's underrated, bro.
That is one hell of a comment.
Yeah, so like Rob said, no more Duncan slander. Look, we're not trying to slander Duncan, and I will not slander Duncan, but I do want to see him consistently kind of do this. So let's move.
Wait, did you see anything different from Duncan tonight? Like, obviously, we've seen some of these things that he did tonight, but I have one play that stood out to me. I want to know if you kind of saw the same thing.
The one play from Duncan that stood out for me?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I particularly like the back, the screen that he got Kyle Lowry to get the shot. Like, that's when I knew Duncan was using all parts.
Okay.
He actually blew that shit out. Hey, bro, I have known to be right about these things a couple of times.
Always, actually. Royal's never been wrong once. So,
except for when I corrected Ricky, which was unfortunate.
So the one play that stood out to me from Duncan, the funniest thing was probably his worst play of the night, right? Like, he comes down, he takes the Royal A Shepherd, don't do this shot, the transition 3. And that just told me kind of where Duncan was at tonight mentally. He was feeling himself, he knew it. There was a time he went between the legs, I think, with Lonzo Ball on him. He was feeling himself. But that one transition 3, he took it early shot clock. There was players open for him to pass to. It was an objectively terrible shot to take, and he missed it. But damn it, the fact that he took that shot just tells you where he was at tonight. And I really, 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 really hope that aggression, that lack of hesitancy carries over to games moving forward. Because those types of shots, I don't want that type of shot, but I want that type of confidence. And we finally got that.
No, I don't give a fuck. I want that type of shot. Like, from Duncan, it's like, especially if you're having a game like tonight, bro, go off, Duncan. Shoot whatever. You know what I mean? Like, in other situations, okay, probably not. But in a night like tonight, it's like he's hitting shots. I want to infuse him with as much confidence as humanly goddamn possible. Go out there and shoot everything. Jonathan Rumlakan, thank you for coming into the comments and not coming to work. He said, hit the fucking like button for these boys grinding on a Saturday night. We also, Gadiel Carter hater for the folks, we're going to be giving away some shit tonight. All right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
we're going to be giving away some probably the thing that people care less about, the Tyler Hero signed. What is it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something signed from Tyler Hero.
Yeah, so people don't, we're going to be giving away culture minutes, though.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, it did.
Stay tuned for that. That's all I'm gonna say. I am quite proud of it. So stay tuned for that. That's all I'm gonna say. So
this did not come with a dono. It also did not come from the unidentified celebrity review, but I will put this up just for the night. Heat 92 said Duncan is not a bum
tonight.
I like that. So we want to thank Gadiel Cartagena. You get to read that dono tonight.
Nicholas Quintana. So does this mean with Jimmy back and everybody playing above average consistently, Bam injured won't be so bad? I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of these nights going into the game, I'm worried because I'm a big believer that if you have the best basketball player on the floor, you have a good chance to win. And like, I mean, we played a game against Giannis and Zach LaVine. They're objectively probably better than our best player, which is Kyle Lowry, over the last few games. But you get Jimmy, you're gonna have a chance any given night, and these guys are firing on all cylinders. I'm excited to see what they can come up with Jimmy back. Like, I'm not too worried. I just think there's gonna be some nights where we lose really, really ugly, but I still think we're gonna be a really competitive team. So
even with Jimmy and Bam out, they've already exceeded kind of what I thought they would do without it. Mm-hmm. Like, I did not think they were going.
We beat the Bucks.
Yeah, we beat the Bucks.
And then the Bulls.
And then turn around and beat the Bulls. Like,
we smacked the Bulls. Bulls were on all fours.
That's not something that I thought would happen. You know what I mean? Especially with Milwaukee with nearly their full complement of players. And even, Chicago, God bless them. But even with Chicago being decimated by COVID shit, like, I thought we would come in there and it'll be a worse game. But I'm pleasantly surprised. Thank you, Christian Cardus, for the $1.99. Don't know. He said the bag of chips better be hint of lime or Takis. Shut up, Christian. Okay, so while we're here, I want to thank the primary sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports post-game show, and that is A Aggressive Insurance. She sent me an email to tell me that she has a new promo for you guys today. So A Aggressive Insurance is running a new promotional ad. Anyone who schedules an appointment for a personal insurance overview, either in person or via Zoom, and mentions 5 Reasons, will receive a free vacation voucher to their favorite destination. So let me say that again for y'all, just in case y'all didn't catch it. Anybody who schedules an appointment with A-Aggressive Insurance for a personal insurance overview, either in person or via Zoom, and mentions 5 reasons, will receive a free vacation voucher to their favorite destinations. So if you want to get some of that, please call 954-581-8800 or visit www.insurancebylannette.com to schedule your appointment.
Is that free?
Yes, there is no purchase necessary.
Very
Ain't that fancy?
Don't mind me. I'll go back to eating my pizza.
For sure. Also want to thank the other sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network, and that is CPT Florida. If you have a small business and you have, I don't want to see this. If you have a small business and you have any IT needs, whether that be voice and messaging, whether that be security systems, consulting, IT production and services, cloud services, please visit cptflorida.com and they will get you right. So, now that we got those 2 things out of the way, I don't know why Gas camera keeps going on and off, but it doesn't matter. Want to thank a couple of donos that I might have missed. Hold on. Let me get back to it because I had to do some other things. Oh, my boy Prop by Pack TV. Thank you for the $1.99 dono.
Yes,
he
sir.
said, "Little boy feeling good." Yes, sir. Indeed, we are. Also, want to thank my man James Todd for the $4.99 dono. 5-1 record versus the Bucks, Nets, and Bulls this year.
This is huge.
Riddled with injuries. Proud of my squad. That is very huge, considering that if we tie with any of them down the stretch of this season.
That's how it was 2 years ago. I'm just saying we didn't have the best record, but when it was good against teams that were good and those games mattered, we were able to win those games. So that's a fantastic point.
Yes, it is. Thank you, somebody, for the $5 donor. He said, very impressed by bench players stepping up with Jimmy and Bam out. Caleb, 28-point last game, and Detman, 20 points tonight. For sure. Ashton Rooks, thank you for the $5 donor. He said, regardless if Jimmy is back or not, we need to start games with energy we've had for the past 2 games in the future. I 100% agree. And right on cue, my man, the unidentified. Yes, every game, like clockwork. Thank you for the $4.99 dono. And this comment is not relevant tonight, but who knows what we may be next game. Duncan is a bum. My man. I appreciate you. Thank you, Christian Cardis, again for the $1.99 dono. He said, did y'all trade the cast of Heat Beat for Hero?
If we did, we would get them signed. So
I'm telling you. Exactly. Exactly. I want to think of something to do. I want to think of something to do to get this hero thing out, but it must involve you being subscribed to the 5 Reasons Sports YouTube channel. We are a few subscribers away from some arbitrary number that Ethan has thrown out there, but if you're not subscribed to this channel, then you will not be able to win this signed Tyler Hero thing. If you do not like this video, you will not be able to win this Tyler Hero signed photo. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want a chance at that. We will get to that a little bit later. Thank you, Corbs, for the $9.99 dono. He said, if we can get KZ to just play somewhat respectful for a month, we might be able to get some dumb team to see fake potential and accept them in a trade. Let's talk about KZ tonight, because KZ again got heavy minutes as that backup 5, 28 of them tonight. He shot horrifically, but his defense is what is keeping him on the floor. That's what we need. And KZ has looked serviceable. It's like we found something there. Gad, do you believe that we found something, or this is just kind of like a flash in the pan performance that might be fleeting?
I just think it's we found the role that we found is something that I think is actually fitting for KZ. If you want to go back during the Thunder Heat game where Bam, I believe, did not play, and KZ, Urmer Yurtseven came in for about like 4 minutes in the first half, and then it was KZ in the second half. I did say I feel like KZ at the 5 would probably be his best role because it just makes sense. There's a lot of not thinking and just really just reacting and doing really easy things that he can do against these lesser, like smaller bodied bigs. And I guess Vucevic, who, I mean, we can just talk about him being this year's Blake Griffin. He looks absolutely atrocious right now. But KZ, he's been able to, against these non-dominant bigs, he's been able to do his job defensively, and he's unbelievable in the switch right now. Like, he's playing great isolation defense. So credit to him. I think the role fits. I think he is kind of functioning similar to the way we wanted Precious to function last year. Obviously, there's a bunch of raw whatever, and you don't want him doing a lot of anything offensively, but there's some tools there as a roller in the short roll. It's not the prettiest thing ever, to be generous, but there is some juice there, especially defensively, for him to be an emergency rotation player, which is where we have not been in the past with him.
I think what KZ has done that we kind of are appreciating, and he's added athleticism to a front court that sorely lacks it without Bam. And that's kind of like what we've been seeing, and I think that's why he's been more serviceable because he's been really active on offense. I think the role suits him, like you saying, like standing around the rim, waiting for the ball. If you get it, pass it. If you like tonight, his offense kind of waned a little bit when he started to drift out towards the perimeter, and so it was.
We don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need that. So we want to thank Ryan Sprovero for the 305. I don't care. He's talking about something that I hate. Like he's talking about this damn Tyler Hero jersey. Look.
Wait, what are you wearing, by the way?
I am wearing a shirt that was given to me by Heat Check Gaming. I honestly, bro, they just sent me a DM and was like, "You've won a raffle." I was like, I ain't in no goddamn raffle, but you know what I mean. I appreciate the merch. They sent me a book bag, really dope. Really appreciate them. So shout out to everybody at Heat Check Gaming. To answer your question, Mr. Sprevero, don't worry, it is never too far away. It had to be washed, but it is right here and it is going on as we speak. Christian Cardus, to hell with you. He talks on Royal. You name drop Hero twice and didn't wear the jersey. The hell with that. Questions, everything. Thank you for the $2. Don't know. He said KZ going to foul out versus Mobley and Allen in a quarter.
Yeah, that's not the team you can play him against, in my opinion.
No. Hold on. Gadiel Cartagena, talk about I know. Talk about Anthony Leon Tucker while I put this jersey on, but don't talk too much because I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, PJ Tucker. Okay, so while Royal puts his jersey on and I start to stall a little bit, PJ Tucker is legitimately unbelievable, and I think one thing I tweeted out earlier is I'm really curious to see like if the league kind of catches on and the Heat's defense gets to that top defensive rating that we want to see. Is there a chance that PJ Tucker finishes as an All-NBA defender, maybe as like a second team, like forward or something? You don't think there's a single chance?
No.
Do you think he's that caliber of defender?
Yes, I do, but I don't think what he does is sexy enough to warrant one of those considerations. I think what PJ Tucker does is absolutely fucking phenomenal, and like I will not say this enough. Like I was cool with the PJ Tucker signing. I greatly undervalue what this man can contribute to a basketball team because he's been the best addition that we've had this summer. Like by far, the consistency, the intensity, the way that he plays, the rebounding. PJ Tucker grabbed 8 rebounds tonight. And on top of that, he was diming folks out there.
Yeah, such a good passer.
Like,
Ricky was the first. Credit to Ricky. He was the first person to pick up on like game 4. Ricky's like, I think PJ is an underrated passer. And I was scratching my head. I was like, is he really though? And now it's like every single game, PJ's just giving you some insane. Like he's completely reshaped the narrative that I had in my head around him. I thought he was more of just like a defensive specialist, whatever.
And stand in the corner.
There's a lot more Draymond in his game than I think anyone gave him credit for. This man, he's skilled. He's really good at what he does, and he plays his ass off, man. I love PJ. I love PJ. Everyone else was right. I was wrong about PJ going into the season. Love this man. So good.
It's so much to that game that I did not know was there, bro. Like the screening, the boxing out, like just like every night, though. And that's what's coming. Heat Check Gaming is the E-League NBA 2K team for the Miami Heat. Yeah, so if you like esports, if you like the 2K League, that's the Miami Heat's affiliate. That's Heat Check Gaming. They're run by Famous. I think his name is I'm Famous Enough. We did an interview with him on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. It was by Twisted Tapioca. I'm not going to say his name too loud because he's not allowed on the show. Thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $5 dono. He said, practice Giannis and PJ Tuck your moms are real-life Spurs, Tim Duncan and David Robinson 2.0.
Maybe better. Man,
who am I to argue with you? Yeah, so let's get I want to talk a little bit more about what Dedmon did tonight because that is something that will fly under the radar. And I think I want to credit a lot of what Kyle was able to do to him getting Dedmon involved early. Him and Dedmon kind of showed a little dynamic duo thing going on there early on. And Dedmon at one point in his game was carrying offense. So, again, talk about Dedmon's offense in his game tonight.
I think this is it's more so a disrespect to Nikola Vucevic because Dwayne Dedmon, I have never seen him look at another center and say, this is food. I'm taking his ass. Like that beginning play where he got the 24-second violation. It was a Dwayne Dedmon ISO, and he made the damn jumper. Okay, like when he hit that, I said, okay, that's all I need to know about Dedmon for the rest of the night. And then he came back again and again and again and again. He wouldn't stop. Like Dedmon was just attacking Vucevic, and it was hilarious because you wouldn't expect it, but he outplayed Vuce like 10 times over tonight. was so happy with the way he played. And kind of to what this comment says, like the energy with Dedmon, as it was with the rest of the team, the energy with Dedmon was consistent throughout. A lot of it is because we didn't have to rely on him too much. Keeping that role at like a 20 to 25 minutes is beautiful. But when he's playing with energy, that man is fun to watch because he's so mad and he's large. He's just really good at being big. And he dominated Vucevic tonight. I have not heard those words about a Heat center in a very long time, if ever. But Dedmon did it. Credit to him. I love Unk. Plays hard.
Hey, Mr. Net, watch that phrasing.
He swallowed.
What you got? Sometimes things can be misconstrued if you say them like that. Get a little hot and steamy on the post game show when you start talking about stuff like that. Ricky J. Mark, just to say less. Oh, you on the way, Kane? Pull up. Somebody say start Dedmon, bench Van. Let's not get crazy now.
Well,
let's not get outrageous now. Let's not forget who Idris Femi Adebayo is. Okay, like that man is different. I know who I want to talk about with you, Gadiel Cartagena. And
absolutely.
I think let's talk about Gabe Vincent, who got the start tonight. When we found out Caleb Martin was out, it was a little bum. But Gabe Vincent came into the game, and I don't know how everybody else feels about Gabe Vincent, but I'm with you. I'm pro Gabe Vincent. I'm not.
Welcome. It's nice to have you. I wasn't sure if you were an ally in that sense.
No. I've never I've kind of withheld judgment on Gabe, or talking about it publicly, but I like Gabe. I like the way he plays defense, and for me, that was enough. But when he gives you other stuff, then you can appreciate that. Tonight, he didn't give you much other stuff.
I don't know.
He gave you a few assists.
He had 8 assists.
Yeah, he gave you a few assists, but Gabe, I like Gabe's game tonight. Talk about Gabe's game tonight. How did you feel about it? Because as his biggest supporter in probably all of 5 reasons.
Yes. His brother actually recently followed me on Twitter, so if he happens to be seeing this, shout out you. I love the Vincent family now. I'm a Vincent family stan. But I love the way Gabe Vincent plays basketball, and it's like watching him play with Kyle Lowry is actually what I'm really starting to enjoy because they are just. I knew you were going here. Because every time they play together, it's beautiful basketball. They both do a little. I feel like Kyle plays off of Gabe really well. And Gabe, obviously, everyone plays off of Kyle really well. He's really easy to play off of. So just seeing that dynamic between the two is really fun to watch. I feel like that pairing is something that we've learned over the last few games without all the other guys, that it could be valuable moving forward. Like if you're going to say, okay, in a playoff series, where could Gabe give you positive minutes? I think it would be alongside Kyle Lowry. He picks up as the main point of attack defender, and then Kyle takes the secondary guy. Doesn't have to do all of the work defensively, and it's a pretty beautiful thing. And when the shot's falling, I mean, he's great, but even if it's not, he's kind of similar to PJ Tucker in that aspect where he does every other thing on the floor pretty well. And that's what I really appreciate about him. You need those kinds of guys on a basketball team. It isn't the prettiest when the shot isn't falling, but damn it, I love the way he plays. I love his tenacity. He's one of those guys like you say, oh, why has the energy been better with the starting lineup? Caleb started last game. Gabe started this game. Those are 2 guys that are giving you 200% at all times. I think that's something that's very valuable. And I mean, you really can't ask for more from these bench guys. I love the way Gabe's playing. Maybe talk about him a little bit more later, but I'm a huge Gabe fan. Like I'm gonna eventually buy his jersey this year once I get the funding.
You didn't go where all the way where I thought you were going because you made a comparison. I don't know if it was you who made the comparison, but I saw
it was. Let me pull up his Twitter. It was Taskmaster. I don't know exactly what his @ is, but he said like a year ago, like beginning of last season, he's like, I think Gabe might be Fred VanVleet light. And there's moments where you watch them play together and you see it. And it just makes a lot of sense. We're not saying he's going to be Fred VanVleet, but damn it, he can become a pretty good basketball player because he does all the little things right. And it's not easy for guys to do that, especially at this stage where he doesn't have so much NBA experience.
Yeah. So, Gad, this has been a wonderful duo that we've maintained for such a long time. Woo! But, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the presence of greatness. You have the chairman of the Council of Kings joining us, my man Ricky J. Mark. Jumping in with the boys. How are you doing?
03, Ricky.
With the bars? With the bars? Listen, how you doing?
What I heard like two different questions. I don't know which one to answer. Of course, I know
hard.
who to answer. What's going on, Royal? How you doing?
I'm
What's up?
doing
You
well,
chilling?
King. I'm doing
I'm
well,
I'm
King.
I'm fantastic. Gad, yeah, I did the Paris Institute with them, so they sent me a ring, and I get to wear this hoodie, so you know what it is. I don't keep the hoodie up because I want to stay alive. You feel me? Anyways,
Hands
yeah,
up, don't shoot. Go
yeah,
ahead.
straight up. See, I didn't even try to do that.
No.
Let's see if the ratings are going down. Oh, we went up. Okay, good. Just
You know
checking
the-
because I
you know
was
the boy don't care
checking.
nothing about. You know the boy don't care nothing about no ratings.
I
Thank you, Darren Jordan, for the $5 dono. He said Detman the Dude versus Vooch the Pooch was the matchup of the century. No one anticipated, but bought tickets for like Hood Broadway show for show. My man, King, you getting a lot of love.
They love Ricky.
In
They
these
love Ricky.
comments.
We love Ricky. I love Ricky.
my ego loves this. So, or my fragile ego loves this.
Yeah, but
So-
King, I want you to give me your overall thoughts on the game tonight. We saw great performances from a bunch of people. I'm not gonna give you anybody specific. Just go ahead and take your pick and talk about what you like.
Well, I like the fact that Miami came in and won because, quite frankly, if I was going to be on pregame, but you know we had family comes first, of course. Look, I had Miami losing tonight. Honestly, I did because given what's been happening lately, I was happy to see them get a bounce back win tonight. That made me very happy. I mean, usually when it comes to games like this, you just know that it's usually some sort of balanced effort from a lot of guys. And at this point, it's just, you know, when the fact that you got 20 and 12 from Dwayne Dedman of all people tonight. I mean, I admit I didn't watch the first part of this post game. I was actually racing to set my stuff up because I saw it was just two of y'all.
No, it was okay. We was gonna hold that bit down.
We appreciate.
Oh no, I
you,
saw
Ricky.
y'all. I saw y'all. I mean, that's great. It's just usually when I see two people sea walking, I gotta, you know,
You know,
even though I'm wearing,
gotta get
even
yours
though-
in there.
even though I'm wearing red. I mean, look, hey, I'm just say this right now. KZ Okpala scored 10 points tonight.
Hey man,
I'm just saying that's
And he was
second
locked down.
he shot 10
second
shots
game
too.
in a row.
He shot 10 shots too to get them.
I think it should be said that look, regardless of what player you are on this team or in the NBA, if you have an opportunity and you take advantage of that opportunity, it could be a turning point, not just for your week, your season, but for your career. It's kind of wild how that works, really, because, you know, if we go back to the late 1990s, you know, Robert Ory's career could have ended with Phoenix when he got into that fight with that altercation with Coach Danny Ainge, but it didn't, and he ended up becoming a role-playing legend. I'm happy to see KZ Okpala do what he did tonight. I'm happy to have seen, I think 14 or 15 assists from Kyle Lowry.
14.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I mean, he was on a record-setting pace. I think the official, I think he was on pace for. I think he was on pace for the Heat record. I think it was Tim Hardaway in '96.
Yeah,
that had
19.
I think 20 or 21.
Yeah, 19.
He had 19.
Yeah. KZ would. I mean, Lowry would have passed him with 20.
Okay, well there you go. That would have been special. That would have been special. I mean, there are some small things, right? Especially Lowry. If he's able to stay healthy, get in even better shape, and continue to build on this, hopefully, if this Heat team continues to improve and get healthy, that only bodes well for this team. Now, I know that Duncan Robinson.
Wait for it. Next game, Isaac.
Yeah, well, Duncan Robinson, and I'm just now looking at the box score: 5 for 9 from deep, 9 for 13 from the field. Listen, he has one good game. For all you Duncan stands out there, don't get excited off a good game. There are 82 of these in a season, and for most of them, he's been bad. Okay. He hasn't been timely.
Ricky, I agree with you. I think he has been turning it on, at least from a shooting perspective as of late.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we have seen is more of a concerted effort to do other things on the back. Like tonight was one of the games where he played, he was hooping out there. Haven't said that often. So like seeing those every now and again is cool. I will say.
It's important
to see it with starters.
Let's slow down a little bit on that hooping thing. When you talk about Duncan Robinson, he's definitely a basketball player.
Let Gad have.
Oh yeah. Just, it was like 2 possessions of hoop.
Okay, yeah, okay. I give that. But
Yeah.
Speaking of hoopers, Gadi Cartagena, we alluded to it earlier tonight. I think the people have waited 29 long, excruciating minutes for it. I think it's time that we give the folks their culture minutes tonight.
Yes, absolutely. So, if you want to full screen those things, by all means.
No problem.
Are we getting charts? We're getting
Okay.
charts.
So
Yes.
tonight's culture minutes, as you can see in the left-hand corner, we got a mask up. Stay safe, everybody. Omicron is taking over South Florida once again. So welcome back to Culture Minutes, hosted by yours truly, Gad Cartagena. A highly advanced analytic look at how we look at Heat players performing off of the bench. So I know you're gonna say, "Oh, who's the second person there? Gabe Vincent, Namdi. He started tonight." I don't care. I want to give this man his flowers. But anyways, we'll start with the Omicron variant. Obviously, it almost shut the gym down tonight. This game almost did not happen. It really was almost tragic because hopefully these players are able to be all right. They weren't. All these guys did not get to play, so we didn't get the full product. But Omicron, they did their thing tonight, putting up wilt numbers in South Florida right now. It's truly unbelievable. So we'll move on to Namdi. Touched on it a little bit earlier. I just love the way this man plays basketball. He's an absolute dog. So obviously he's putting up what a dog numbers. KZ, is there anything else to say? He's a clamp. Defense. Andre Roberson 2.0 maybe. Who knows? Love the way he played tonight. Defense.
KZ hits threes. So.
Don't even care about the offense. So, yeah, if those threes fall, by all means, I'll be very happy. Max Drews, he was actually going to have I was just going to say he was present ttonight, and then he dunked. So we had to bump him up to sneaky athletic, of course, based off of whatever demographic you want to chart it as. Omer Yurtseven, he was present tonight. Marcus Garrett, not so present tonight. And then if you're looking at the non-barred player, that is obviously Duncan Robinson, who, in my eyes, was the best player on the floor tonight.
Yo, Gadiel Cartagena. Job well done, my friend.
Wow, that was cool.
Job well done.
I love math. What can
we
I
might
say?
let him say it. I love those charts. I love Florida, though.
They are, yeah.
Oh my God! Like I don't even we could shut it down right there. I mean, damn.
It is hard to follow culture minutes, but don't worry, I'm going to do my damnedest anyway.
You better take this compliment, Gad. You better take it.
I'm trying to tell you, run with it. Let's talk about Tyler Hero. Okay, I've said it a couple of times. I do not care what happens with Tyler Hero during this stretch without Bam and Jimmy. I want him to go out there and explore his game. That being said, these past 3 games have not been the most impressive. They have not added to his resume. Oh, I forgot. I got some donos. Thank you, Jose A. Lucas, for the $2 dono. He said, we played down the competition 7-1 versus top teams. No, for sure. I think that's a point that we all can agree with. Thank you, Pride by Pack TV, for the $4.99 dono. He said, this is for Culture Minutes. LOL. Shout out to my man, Gab.
Gab.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take the compliments when I can get them. You can mispronounce my name however you want.
Listen, Pride by Pack, we appreciate that money. We're chopping that shit up like dope. We're not giving it all to Gab. It's not happening. Listen, bro, it will be distributed out here in these post-up streets.
But not stepped on.
No, sir. But yeah, let's talk about Tyler Hero. The past 3 games have not been his most impressive games. Wildly inefficient. Took a lot of bad shots tonight. I don't know how he ended up with 17 points, to be perfectly honest. He was objectively bad, despite what he ended with. But maybe that is the Tyler hater in me. Kang, Ricky, I see you nodding in agreement, so we'll start with you. Am I being a hater, or was Tyler Hero really, just not good tonight?
Well, I mean, if we go by the stats alone, he shot 50% from the floor. I think, 7 for 18 from the field. He was a Duncan-esque 3 for 9 from deep, though.
Wait, and that math ain't mathing, King.
Yeah.
7 of 18?
That's not 50%, though.
Oh, wow. Wow, that math ain't mathing.
That math ain't mathing, King.
I went to law school, so I wouldn't have to do math. My bad. That's
no, Ricky, you know what? You're right. The math is wrong. Keep on.
Exactly.
You see, here's the thing. Contrary to popular belief, I don't mind being wrong. I accept it. I face it.
You aren't almost never wrong.
It's part of being grown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I thought that was 9. Damn. Okay. 7 for 18. So 4 shots. He's 500. He'll be all right. Anyways, the original point. Tyler ain't been what he used to be, right? I think he's prone to stretches like this. I don't think he necessarily shot. I don't think he shot Miami out of the game by any means. I'm glad that he was able to also get 6 rebounds and 3 assists in addition to the shooting. He missed 4 shots. He was 4 shots away from, 7 for 18. Yeah, he was 4 shots away from being a 500, quote unquote, efficient shooter. I'd have to go back and look at the tape to make sure those four shots weren't like garbage time shots or ill-advised shots, or maybe at the end of the shot clock where he had to bail out the team or whatever. But ultimately, I think those games come every once in a while. I mean, even Michael had his 9 for 21 games. Not Michael Christian, Michael Jordan had his 9 for 21 games in the NBA playoffs.
Are we comparing Tyler Hero to the Michael Jordan?
Huh?
Are we comparing Tyler Hero to the Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
No, I think what I'm saying is like NBA players in general, like from the greatest to the worst. Wherever you want to put Tyler Hero, he's an NBA player. And so were the OKC Thunder team that, got blown out by 73 points by the same team that beat Miami last week. But yeah, like it's just, it's a matter of time. He's just feeling his way out. I think when the time comes, we know that Tyler will be there for this Heat team. I think he'll be okay. I don't think it's really much to write home about. It's just an awkward stretch, maybe transitional period. But one thing that we know, okay, well, if that's the case, that's true. Look, he does struggle against length and athleticism. Jaylen Brown, before his hamstring blew up, was giving him problems to the point where dude was smacking the ground. That's just the way it is. It's all good. Like I wouldn't sweat it too much. I think we should be concerned if this. Oh, well, that's because Michael didn't win anything until Scotty showed up, but don't let the Jordan stands tell you that. It's true. I mean, he didn't win anything until about like 89 or 88. Then that's when he got to – this ain't about Michael. We beat his team. But, yeah, look, I think I think he'll be okay. I don't think this stretch will last too long. I think he'll be fine. It's worth talking about, sure, but I don't think we need to worry about sounding the alarm just yet.
Yo, listen, all y'all in the comments telling me about Tyler Hero game, I don't give a fuck about y'all opinions. I really don't. I saw what I saw. That boy was not good tonight. Y'all looking at box scores and telling me that he did something. Most of that shit was in garbage time when the game was well in hand, when the game was in the balance. He was out there throwing up terrible shots and missing them. This is not hating. This is objective royal viewing. I have given Tyler Hero credit.
Wait, so does that mean he was efficient before garbage time then?
No. He was really inefficient. He made a lot of shots in garbage time when
he was bad in the first half, and I thought he was pretty good in the second half, honestly.
Okay, so just answer me this question: Am I being too hyperbolic? Am I looking too much into these 3 games by saying that he has played poorly? Or
have you seen you after a loss?
If you're what did you say, Rich?
Have you seen you after a loss? Oh, welcome. To the 5 Reasons post-game show.
It's welcome to the fucking post-game show.
There you go. Like, I mean, life is terrible.
This is what I'm saying. Like, to me, I'm being measured in my approach to this Tyler Hero situation.
I think you might be overreacting a little bit, Royal. In saying that he was bad. Like, I'm more with Ricky. Like, I think he was okay. Like, the turnovers are what worried me, but it was in the first half, and he cleaned those up. So the turnovers were an issue, and there were some shot selections that were very, very poor. Like, there's some shots that you just don't need to take, kind of like fading on the baseline. There's no need to do that. You're too skilled. You can kind of get to your spots a little bit easier. But I don't worry too much about it. Ultimately, he got to his numbers. He got to whatever he needed to do. And he has played some tough defenses over the last few games. So I'm cool with it. Like, was he the best he could have been? Absolutely not. This is more of like an okay, like, baseline game, in my opinion.
Okay, so I want to explore the turnovers just a little bit, though, before you jump in here, Ricky. I actually So the turnovers, like, this is like a back-to-back game thing, though. He had a lot of turnovers versus Milwaukee, too.
Yep.
And so my point is that he was just bad tonight. Like, I feel like he was bad. It's okay if other people feel otherwise. I'm saying during these stretch of games since Jimmy has gone out, he has not been kind of what we've hoped to be, somebody who can carry the offense at times. Like, thankfully, we've gotten production from people like Caleb. And Duncan kind of exploded tonight. And Cal's been really good. So we haven't had to rely on Tyler as much. But he hasn't been – carrying the offense is Jimmy and Bam.
I just don't think that's who he is, though.
What, carrying the offense?
Yeah, like he needs Jimmy.
Okay, maybe I'm talking to the wrong crowd. You guys are not giving me the reaction that I'm looking for.
I think it's possible because here's the thing. I mean,
y'all know I'm fishing, right? I'm looking for something.
I can tell.
I know exactly what agenda you're hunting for, and I don't mind going down that road. But here's the thing. I think one thing we also need to consider is that in Jimmy's absence, I think teams are aware that Miami might be leaning more heavily on Tyler Hero for offense. And as a result, with Tyler as the potential focal point of multiple offensive sets, whatever they happen to be, it allows for guys like Caleb Martin to go off.
Mhm.
And it allows for guys like Max Strus to score, I think, 14 points in the fourth quarter because they're game planning for Tyler Hero. And as a result, things are getting harder for Tyler Hero and exposing his relative limitations. It's kind of like let's take a look at Duncan Robinson for the last, season and a half, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, right? No one was really game planning for Duncan Robinson when he was making history, shooting and making all those 3-point shots.
Mhm.
Everybody was worried about it. They were worried about everybody else. Now this season, he got that contract. It's clear he's going to be a major part of this offense. Teams are like, okay, we're going to focus on this guy. We're going to punish him. Even if it's like a subtle elbow to the ribs or whatever, we're going to focus on him and make sure he's not the guy he was the last 2 seasons. And as a result, he's been struggling a little bit. And I think for the last few games, teams have been kind of game planning for Tyler Hero where they've been able to throw their second or best defender at him. And that's kind of frustrating him. And thankfully, Miami was able to beat Milwaukee just the other day, thanks to some of the guys that we mentioned. But take a look at some of the guys that really performed. These aren't guys that you would expect to drop 18 to 20 points, and yet they did. I mean, even Kyle Lowry emerged in a way that was like, oh, snap, this looks like the Kyle Lowry that helped beat Miami back in 2016, hitting pull-ups late in the fourth quarter. So I think that's possible. But at the end of the day, I think maybe y'all Hero ain't the guy that y'all been hyping him up to be ever since he hit for 37 points in the conference finals against the Celtics.
What?
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe this hero of yours is a poor man's Gordon Hayward after the broken leg. I mean, maybe that's what it is.
Stop.
You know,
Stop.
I mean,
Stop right there.
dude went home
right
to
there.
Wisconsin and choked, and maybe he don't got it in him. Maybe he's not that guy.
I did not take you to be someone who would be trolling.
Maybe the great Hope ain't what he's all cracked up to be, and as a result,
thank you, Darius Jordan, for the $2 dono. He said,
shout out to RJ Barrett.
You had up until that last line, Kane. Tyler can carry. He just needs a setup man. And I think Christian Carter's asked a beautiful question to counter this. He said, is it carrying if he needs a setup man, though? Somebody said maybe. But somebody said, are you surprised Hero didn't start these last 2 games? No, I think I was surprised that Spo elected to start Tyler those other games instead of normally keeping his bench rotation together like he typically does. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Somebody said something that aggravated me. Oh, yeah, this. He said Steph shoots 3 or 14 against Philly tonight. Tyler will be fine. So long. Are you comparing?
Oh boy.
Tyler Hero to Wardell Stephen. I've had enough of these folks.
Take a deep breath, Ro. Take a deep breath. I got this. So Stephen Curry is less than, I think, 10 3-pointers, less than 10 threes away from the all-time record. Yeah, from the all-time record for threes made, playoff and regular season. Him having a rough night, okay, but his resume tells me that I do not want to leave him open from like 50 feet in, which is terrifying. Tyler Hero is in, I think, his 3rd season. I think he's a little more unproven than that. So perhaps, which goes back to my previous statements with regards to him not being the hero you need, but the hero you're stuck with until the hero you need is acquired via trade from New Orleans. But I think at this point, all right, I'm done.
Okay, so I feel like giving away some Tyler Hero shit now.
Ricky, that trolling, I have to say, top notch.
Top tier, King. So I want to give away, since we're talking about Tyler Hero, let's give away one of his. I think it's a card. I think it might be like one of his cards that he autographed. Anyways, it's something autographed for Tyler Hero. And so, Gad, this is what we're going to do. I want you to find the first person. Now, you have to be subscribed to 5 Reasons. You have to like this video. The first person in the comments to tell me what was the first bar on Culture Minutes tonight will win this Tyler Hero thing.
Okay,
wait,
so I'm just watching the comments?
Is that people in the comments too? Like, do they have to be a part of the network?
No, they do not. They cannot be a part of the network. Y'all get paid.
Do we?
Kinda. Y'all get paid. Oh,
I mean, the IRS doesn't even care about
Heat
the amount of money
92.
you make here.
Heat 92.
Heat 92.
Is that the one who said Duncan is not a bum?
I believe he said tonight. For tonight.
I'm about to say his answer is invalidated. So thank you, Heat 92. You have won this contest. So the way I want you to do it is if you follow me on Twitter, then you should send me a message telling me that I'm Heat 92. I don't really want to do that because it's going to be tough. Everybody can just tell me I'm Heat 92.
I was literally about to DM you saying I'm Heat 92.
Yeah, that sucks. How else can we do this? Heat 92. Put your in the comments. Put your Twitter handle in the comments. Put your Twitter handle in the comments, and then we'll make sure that we reach out to you.
Put your first and last name and the first 16 letters or numbers of your credit card
and social security number.
He said, "My bad. Let somebody else have it." Yo,
okay, so who was second? Who was second?
You're a better man than me. God damn.
Christian Cardus. And we know who he is.
I know exactly who that is. So congratulations, Christian Cardus. My man won. My man has won the signed Tyler Hero thing. He said, look, Baby Shaq said, but it was Omicron variant, not Omicron. Do you want to make that distinction, or are you cool with Omicron?
That's hilarious.
That's
the NBA gonna hit me with tampering. Yeah, right. He won't
rehire me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to flipacoin.com.
Okay.
So that's a thing? No, of course it is. It's the internet.
Ricky, heads or tails?
I love
Crazy King, crazy.
Tails.
Okay.
Just flipacoin.com. Oh man.
Tails.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill me for this in like.
All right, so it
20
stays
years.
with Christian Cardus.
All right, so Christian Cardus, don't worry, brother. We're gonna reach out to you, and we'll make sure that you get this signed, whatever Tyler Hero thing it is. He's begging to come to the Gab, please.
You got lucky. There's a 50-50.
You got lucky, but either way, though, bro, appreciate you for always joining us, man. Thank you, Heat 92, for the kind gesture. Give it to Christian. Really appreciate you, man. There's good Heat fandomness. See, we can all be a family on here. Let's talk about the next game that we have coming up for the Miami Heat, which I'm stalling and vamping for because I can't find it on
Monday, I believe.
Well, I have a poem I can read while you look for it.
Oh, please, by all means. I've already found it, but I would love to hear your wonderful, sultry voice speak words in rhythmic form.
All right, so here we go. You're fronting daily. Wait, hold on. Let me scroll this up. Hold on a second. I got it. It's right here. The screen went dark as soon as I. Yes. All right. Here we go. You guys ready? All right. Here we go. Let's do this. The future is a creature created by the mind. Heartbeats serve as the feature directed by the passage of time. Rhymes, lines, drugs change lives. Trap houses rise. Criminal minds surprise. Boosted by the conditions of the world they live in, politics, government, the common man, class, race, struggle, freedom, the future. Oh, you thought I was making this up, huh? Is it the same for everyone? Society's burdens weigh a ton. My back whipped, chained, now become whips, chains. Vanity, prosperity, gospel. Is the pulpit lying? Is the speaker trying? Does he love me? Then why can't I be free? The fathers died so we'd live, but yet I still can't breathe. His knee on my neck, all I sold were cigarettes. My life's a losing bet, the house always wins. Not now or today, but sometime closer to the end. But that won't come, not without my friends, not without money to spend. The end? No. The future.
I also have a poem, actually.
Oh yes.
Yeah, oh, man. I have no idea why. This is Slam Poetry Night with 5 reasons. Go ahead, Gabriel Cartagena.
Okay, so, yeah. The ones that hate me the most look just like me. You tell me what that means. Make a slick comment and see what that brings. I've seen it go down. We can reenact things. And we'll stop there because it gets a little vulgar. But you already know where I'm going. You already know where I'm going with that.
Yes.
You
already know where I'm going.
Well, to keep the trend going, the boy got a poem too then. Okay. The boy around here about to get faded.
Mm.
Before tonight, Duncan's ass was finna get traded.
Ooh.
I got these lights on at 11 o'clock. So we got a lit house. When we play the Cavs on December 13th, the Heat finna blow that shit out.
Wow. 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 Like if I had a queen, she would have just left me. Like
listen, bro,
she would have
some of those things only come from the Most High. You know what I mean?
Praise him.
That's just how it is. But fellas, I've already made my opinion very clear. But Gad, the boy feeling good?
Ooh, see, last time I wasn't feeling good about the game about the Cavs, and everyone's like, "Oh, no guts, this, that, and the other." They're a really good team. They pose a lot of problems for us from a matchup perspective. The game's in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
The boy is cautiously optimistic, but the boy is legitimately frightened of Evan Mobley. He's so good. So if the Heat win, it's going to be close. If not, it's whatever to me. I'm not going to put too much stock if it's a loss, obviously, unless it's very ugly. But the Heat have had time to bounce back, adjust, kind of learn how to play with the cards that they've been dealt. That's what they did not have the luxury of the first time that they played against the Cavs. So I think the Heat might be able to pull this one out. The boy feeling slightly better than average. But we're playing good basketball right now. There's a good chance that Kyle Lowry could be the best player on the floor this game. But Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, there's some players. The Cavs are a good team. Like, they're just, at this point, I'm considering them a playoff team. I think they're really good.
Oh, bro, listen, bro. Y'all boys get a boy a beat. I will get on this microphone. I ain't gonna show y'all what this is, bro. Just give me.
I'm getting flashbacks
Royal
to
Ace
the mixtape I made when I was 15.
Gabriel Cartagena, that might be my name. Kane Ricky.
Yes, sir.
The Kane feeling good.
Well, I think feet hands. Heat fans should feel feet hands. There, I said it again. What is it with feet? You see, we about to get demonetized.
I ain't about to stop the video. No way. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Look, at this point, I think Heat fans should be concerned about this Cavs team because they possess a similar type of young bull type vibe, and I know that he's out for the season with a meniscus tear, but still, they have a young bull type of vibe that Miami faced the first time they played the Cavs, and no, that ain't my thing. That they faced the first time they played the Cavs, and when they went in and played the Grizzlies earlier, just last week. This team needs to be careful. Jimmy is out, Bam is out, and if they are not careful, that miracle that miracle in Miami that they pulled off against the Bucks ain't gonna happen against a much hungrier, a better Cavs team than they were before.
Okay, you better watch out. You know how these folks in the chat
parties. He said Miami feet beat.
Yeah. No, thank you.
A part of the RJM radio, RJ.
Ricky got everybody fucking up their speech tonight. That means everybody sleeping. Time to go to bed. Listen, man, this game took a lot of energy out of both me and the team because I was yelling at the top of my lungs for most of it. I started watching it in my daughter's band concert and was like fist pumping and shit, like while I was in there while she was playing.
Band,
with the jazz band. Oh yeah.
Yes.
We breed multi-talented members of the Shepherd household, brother.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so this game took a lot of energy. This post-game show was actually really dope. Like I like the initial two-man thing, and Ricky came in here and just added some more flavor to it. So always appreciate it. So thank you to my guy Daddy. You know what I'm saying?
The superstar to put us over the edge.
Sometimes it be like
so
that.
To speak.
Sometimes we read poems. Right. Right. Then we did poetry for y'all. Y'all got a show out of us tonight. So thank you to my man Gabriel Cartagena for joining us. Thank you to Ricky J. Martin for joining me. And thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to A Aggressive Insurance. Visit insurancebylinet.com for your free quotes. Give a phone call at 954-581-8800. Remember the new promotion that she has going on. When you call her, to schedule. Damn it, I forgot what it was because I had the email up, but I just put it down. Either way, call her to schedule something. Mention 5 reasons, and you get a free vacation voucher. Just mention it to her. She will tell you what it is. She's probably in the comments. If you still hear Miss Lynette, please help me out. Thank you to CPT Florida. IT, small business, visit CPT Florida. They'll hook you up. So that's it. It's all done.
Play the video, B. Go ahead, say it.
You said it for me, Kang. I'll let that rock.
Jimmy Bucket, clutch time.
Tyler Hero, what a finisher he's becoming.
Lane, Oladipo, oh! That's right, you better mean mug after you dunk on somebody that way.
Gonna run it down. He goes with it. Adebayo for the win.
Y'all know what, bro? Yeah, let me tell y'all something funny, bro.
We're still live.
Yeah, shut up, bro. I wasn't talking to you. I'm gonna stop you while I'm talking. That's what I was about to say, bro. We still live on here because I forgot to click end video during the actual video being Jonathan usually does that. So I'm sitting here, bro, waiting for the video to be over. I'm like, why is this shit not saying broadcast ended? And it's because I haven't ended the broadcast. Y'all have a great night.